Hi, welcome to Insights, where we study about the different temperaments so that you can better understand yourself and those of people around you in your family, in your workplace, or maybe in your occupation. So today we're going to be talking about the choleric personality. Cholerics are strong-willed, powerful, doers, achievers. Those would all be good adjectives to describe the choleric temperament. People that are cholerics usually are pretty self-motivated, even from the time that they're little. If you started studying them, it's like they're checking out how they can take control. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when they want to take control of a situation. Born leaders. When I was a child, almost every single one of my report cards had on it a born leader, born leader. And looking back now, that probably did describe my personality pretty well. I would get in different clubs and organizations throughout the school, and it wasn't long before I found myself being president or leading this group or that group. We do need the cholerics in our society, in our world, because they are the ones who will get things done and just seem to have an innate ability to know what to do and when to do it. In crisis situations, they usually are the ones who will shine and step right in or jump right in, and somehow, some way, they just know what needs to be done and go about directing people or delegating things so that they can get done. A slogan that would fit with the choleric personality would be, let's do this, let's get going. But I kind of want to also tweak that a little bit and say, they probably would say, do it my way or the highway. It's kind of like they don't mean to be rude, and they can come off as being bossy at times. And so each one of the temperaments has strengths and weaknesses, and you have to learn little tips that will help you with your given temperament so that you will get along better with people, and the whole world would benefit from people understanding how other people are wired more. The choleric personality is very confident. They seem to like to be in control. They are strong-willed. Another adjective that would fit their personality is driven. Once they accomplish a task, they're probably setting another goal, and it's self-imposed many times. They're the students in the classroom who like to have the charts where they can show their progress or achieve stars or stickers of some sort. And so they like to set goals, to achieve them. And one of the tips that I would say to a choleric is try to incorporate into your commands, so to speak, please and thank you. Those two words, those two small words would help you get along with other people a lot better. Cholerics like to delegate. It's, again, something that just comes naturally to them. And before you know it, they're handing others tasks to do, just thinking that everybody's going to like to have a new project or a new something that they can accomplish. I think one of the things cholerics have to realize is not everyone is wired that way. We kind of get up and have the day planned. Usually might even have the whole week planned. Some really strong-willed cholerics have their entire month planned or life planned. And it's just kind of how they work. But not everybody has that kind of a drive to them. And so it will be an instant rub if you start mentioning all the things that you've achieved or accomplished during the day, and they're thinking, what's wrong with me? Well, how come I don't think that way? They like to be very organized. If you have something that needs organized, a closet, a pantry, something, ask one of your choleric friends to help you, because they will actually consider it a compliment if they are able to help you get your things in order. They like to-do lists. And again, that was a real eye-opener to me, because I like to-do list. And when my mom was going through a very rough period of time in her life and we had to get quite a bit accomplished, I jumped right into the rescue and made list of all the things that we needed to do and asked her to check them off as she got them done. It wasn't until later on that she told me how much she actually despised those to-do lists. But then she also came around and said, but I do see the value in them, and they did help me to get the things that needed to be done, and I do very much appreciate them. But I think if cholerics can just view the fact that not everybody will welcome those with open arms, it will help you get along with people a little bit better. Cholerics, a lot of politicians are cholerics, business leaders, sports people that are athletes, and you can see why, because once they set a target goal, whether it's in swimming and they have a relay time, once they achieve that, it's usually not good enough, and they want to make it a half a second faster or another basket further distance, whatever the goal is going to be. It's self-imposed, which is a blessing, but again, all of our strengths can also become our weaknesses if taken to extremes. If you asked a sanguine if they wanted to have people around them, the answer would most likely be 2 thumbs up, definitely. And the reason the sanguines like to have people around is because they like an audience. They like to perform. They like to have people laughing at their jokes or their stories. And so that's one of the reasons the sanguines would like to have people around. Melancholy temperaments, they like to have people around too, but for a totally different reason. They're usually a little bit depressed, maybe a little down in the dumps, maybe something has happened. They need to have someone encourage them, pick them up, tell them that it doesn't have to be perfect all the time. So the melancholy personality would like to have people around as well. Cholerics, not so much. Cholerics prefer to do things by themselves. Many times they choose tasks or get involved in projects that they have to do solo because no one else could possibly do it like they do it. They consider small talk just idle chatter. And so if you are a choleric by personality, if that is your strong temperament, I would suggest that you work at that you try to say, how can I maybe involve myself with other people? Matter of fact, it would be good if you could, because you're probably in a leadership role, if you could find something that you're involved in, either volunteer-wise or maybe a part-time job of some sort, where you are not the boss, where you do not get to have that leadership role and you have to take directives from someone else. It will be a good reminder to you how that feels, and also help you to see the flip side of that coin. Remember that not everybody thinks working all day or work is the way to go. The old adage, all work and no play, makes blank. You fill in the blank with your name, perhaps. A very dull person. There's a lot of truth to that. So you need to learn how to incorporate play into your everyday life routine. Play is not a bad 4-letter word. Try and picture yourself what you were like when you were a child. What was it that you totally got lost in? Maybe it was swinging, maybe it was swimming, maybe it was shooting hoops. Whatever it was that you could do for just pure relaxation, fun, without having to try and set any sort of goal or achieve at the highest standards, to just more or less just be and relax. Try to do that. It will do yourself a world of good and those around you. Again, try not to be bossy, and try to incorporate those 2 little words, please and thank you, into your conversation each and every day. Now, your body language will say a lot as well, and the more you study the temperament, sometimes you don't even have to listen to what people say. You can just look at their body language and it will tell you automatically which temperament, that category they would primarily fit into. The cholerics tend to walk with a heavy pace. If they're wearing high heels, and you're in an apartment situation, you're going to hear that back and forth, because everything they do is with a purpose, and it's driven. So even their walking, their posture, is deliberate. Now, if you're a phlegmatic and you see a person that is like leaning against the wall, they're very laid back, very easygoing, that too, that body language will kind of send little red flags your way to let you know, hey, that person's probably got more of the phlegmatic temperament, and definitely probably has very little of the choleric personality. Really hope that these tips help you today, and that you understand yourself a little bit better and those around you. And for now, let's just have a little bit more fun. See you next time.